question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it. Good morning, yo guys. Good morning. Well, this is another installment of the Morning Max Show. And yes, I'm your host, and I'm rolling dolo solo today. But today is a great day. It's Monday Madness, y'all. And there's a whole lot of madness going around. There's a whole lot of stuff that's happening and everything. Today is supposed to be the first day that signifies spring, right? The tidal basins and the good old cherry blossoms and stuff like that. Honey, let me tell you something. With all that's going on in the world, why do I care about some flowers budding and blooming? I care more about being able to purchase food at the grocery store and being able to pay these bills in these high-ass prices. So looking at some flowers that's budding and blooming on a tree, it's not going to make me feel better and change the fact that it is what it is nowadays. You know what I mean? Because I can't eat them cherry blossoms. I can't eat them cherries. I can't pay no bills with them cherry blossoms. If I could take a handful of them petals, them beautiful, beautiful petals that budding and blooming and falling off and getting in the water, getting in the street, all over the sidewalk and blowing all around. If I could take a big old handful of that and go into my rental office or go into my store and say, here, I want these groceries, take these cherry blossoms, then maybe I would be really interested and all uptight and all happy about when they bloom. I can see a virtual picture of the tidal basin and get the same beauty just as much, you know, and I won't be as sick because I have allergies. So I won't be out there sneezing and eyes watering. I can look at it and be like, oh, that's beautiful. You know, they do this big hoopla for the cherry blossoms, honey. That's not going to take my mind or my off of what's really going on. You ain't going to say, oh, look at that over there. Like you got a bunch of BS going on over there. You know, that's just not. That's not. Okay. Good morning, Nene. Good morning, Molly. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Family, getting in here. Come on in here and get on this goodness. Nene, girl, I need you on the panel today. You would be a good one to ask because today's show is going to be breaking down the angry black woman. Girl, if you want to come on a panel and talk, baby, let me know because I would definitely. You said Happy New Year. Okay. I don't know what's in your coffee this morning, but Happy New Year to you too, baby. I love you too. My girl said Happy New. All right now. Today is March the 20th. Supposed to be the official day of spring. We got the good weather coming soon. The good weather is coming. Uh, she done took me off of my cherry blossom tantrum, what I was talking about with the cherry blossoms. But I got allergies and whatnot. So I can watch cherry blossom bloom virtually and be just as happy. I ain't got to be at the tidal basin, but I do would love to go out and take a nice walk and fresh air, but now I ain't got nothing to do with no cherry blossom just because it's nice weather today. That's what that has to do with. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day any day that you can wake up on this side of up. When you on this side of the ground, it's a beautiful day every day because that means you have a chance to do something awesome. And like Dr. Purpose always say, live in your purpose, and all that good stuff. But y'all get in here. I would like for y'all to comment on this, like and share, because we're going to debunk the myth of being an angry Black woman. I'm not an angry Black woman. I'm not an angry woman, period, no matter what my color is. But it was told to me, y'all, I had a conversation, because I have all kinds of friends. But it was told to me about when a man talks about an angry Black woman and why are we so angry and we're really not angry like they portray us to be. And I'm like, you always check your source, honey. So you check your source. Who's telling you this? Okay. And you check your source. Where is this coming from? And you also check your source. Who is regurgitating this myth that you've been passed on? You got to look at all of those players, right? And play. So that's why I said, you know what? I think we need to have a conversation of that myth what an angry Black woman is. Because for the most part, we're not angry. Just because a woman has to step up and be, quote unquote, aggressive does not make her angry. Because she has to be a go-getter does not make her angry. And a lot of times they say that an angry Black woman are seen or viewed as emasculate. That does not make you an angry Black woman. That does not make you mad. A lot of times, the angry Black woman is reviewed or veered as the woman with the kids and no daddy in sight or no man, and she raising kids. That doesn't make you an angry Black woman at all. That make you have to be a strong, stern woman to raise children. And why do they put that stigma on Black women? I don't know. It's hard enough living without us getting labeled as something negative. First we get negative. You're a woman. Second, you're Black. You're a Black woman. Third, and you angry at that. That's a no. We gotta fix that narrative. So that's why I have help. I have a visual aid. I came across this video and I was like, with this brother, and it's a brother breaking down. It's two guys talking about the angry Black woman, and I love to hear men defend us. I love to hear men talk about our plight. I love to hear that. I love to hear strong men, because a man is going to be a man and he's going to stand, right? I love that. So I got a video clip and everything. We're going to get into that. If there's anyone out there in the viewing audience, I'm going to give you a moment that would like to come on and participate. Now that you know the topic of today's show, hit Molly up and he will make it happen. If you would like to come in and have a conversation, you got 3 minutes to come in and tell Molly that you want to be a part of the show. You want to comment on all that good stuff, because soon at 10:45 or 15 minutes in the show, I'm gonna show this video. And I got to hit up my boy Just. Speaking of positive Black men doing their thing, I gotta find my boy Just and see what he's doing and get him in this week, to find out how everything went down in Texas. Y'all know, because that was his big weekend in Texas and everything. He was on the road. He was doing good. I cannot wait to hear uh, how that went. Yes, definitely. And this weekend coming up, the Gwen Factor, Ray Diva, Baltimore's Ray Diva, our own Gwen Factor, is going to be with Melanie Camacho and Banging and Booey with Joe Claire. Y'all get y'all tickets. It's going to be a good time. Two shows. You got the 7 o'clock show and the 10 o'clock show. And, I'm going to be there representing the 10 o'clock show. Not only is you going to be banging the buoys, but me and Michelle going to be telling jokes in the lobby. We're going to be out there. We're going to have some merchandise. So y'all want to come through and get some Gwen Factor merchandise. Or you want to get some, hey, Shades of Blue. It'd be a good time to plug my book. I could plug my book. Y'all want to get some of this merchandise, get a good Shades of Blue, get a good story. I got t-shirts, I got masks, got hand sanitizers, button keychains. I got you. Shades of Blue got you. That's also going to be this weekend. We're going to have a Meet the Authors with Key to Life Publishing. And I'm one of the authors on that publishing company. So from 6 to 8 p.m., there's going to be this big event where you get to meet all of the authors, all of the other writers that's in that publishing house. That's going to be awesome. And I will get back with you later on with definite information, because if you're not there, you can listen it, because we're going to be on the radio as well as video. You can stream it. It's going to be on YouTube, I do believe so. And on the radio station and all that good stuff, the platform. And we're going to go over the other authors, and we're going to go over this book. Some people that read this book, everybody that read this book for the most part liked it. You had some individuals that said that it was kind of hard to get into, and I understand that. But don't give up. When you get into it, you get into it. It's a good book. Got your mysteries, mayhem, and all that good stuff in it. Especially for those that like to read. And you know what else? I found out that a lot of people say this. I always ask this question. Are you a reader? Do you like to read? You like good books? Yeah, I like good books. When they say, okay, I want a book. But they get a book, or a book will be donated, right? I'm gonna say that. Donated, and they won't even read it. So, but you said you're an avid reader, then why don't you read the book? So, I'm just curious. That was just curious about that. Here or there. Okay. Somebody just came into my room. Oh, it's my sister in my room. And we right on time because we about to show the video. Good morning, Nene.
Good morning, sis. Good morning, fam. Good morning to everyone out there in the Morning Mac show.
Good morning. Yes, sis. We're talking about today debunking the myth of the angry Black woman. Because it was said to me, one of my sisters over the weekend was saying to me, "Oh, you guys are not angry." I'm like, no, we're not angry. Who told you that? A Black man said that's why they don't deal with Black women, because we're this, that, and the other. And I was like, no, sis, that ain't the truth. That ain't how it is. I'm not an angry Black woman. I'm not an angry woman, period. Forget color. No. Forget color. Don't even bring that up. But that's not true. And I was like, you got to check your source of who's saying this, and you got to see why are they saying what they say. And before you go back and repeat what they say, check yourself to say, this ain't even worth repeating, because you're not getting the understanding of this because they done told you wrong.
Right.
But girl, watch this video and then y'all tell me. Molly.
So we were talking about this earlier, Van. I think that some women are more masculine today because they don't have the ability to lean into their feminine side, to their feminine nature. So for an example, my mother, right? She was a single mother of 3. Yeah. Me, my little brother, and my sister. There was not a man in the household. So she had to play the masculine role to provide for us, to make the decisions for us, to be aggressive when necessary, to reprimand us. Like, she couldn't lean into her feminine side because she had to ensure that food was put onto the table. So now when a man does come into her life, it's challenging for her after 30 years of masculinity to finally say, I have the ability to release a lot of the pressure that a man will take on now and give that to him, and I can lean into my feminine side. So I can't blame my mother for being masculine today because that's what she had to do, you know. So with that though, I think it's a challenge for us as men to just realize that in our culture, there were a lot of women that grew up seeing their mothers having a struggle. So they took on these masculine qualities because there wasn't a father in the household. So now that confusion comes into play where, you know, as men, we have to reinforce the fact that, no, I can be masculine for you.
Yeah.
You know, I can make decisions. You can entrust me. I can lead. I can make decisions on our behalf. I can have solutions and you can count on me. You can trust me. You can sit back, sweetheart, relax. I got this covered. And honestly, just transparently wise, when I first met Dana, she was a bit more on the masculine side too, right? Because she was leading a team. She saw the same thing with her mother. So it took some time for me to grow into the man that I am today, where I started getting confident in the qualities that I had of leadership, where I was leading her now. I was making decisions, like you said. I was coming up with solutions. I was reinforcing to her that, yo, nothing's going to happen. I was a protector, you know. So with that, she started to naturally move into more of her feminine side because of the fact that she started to trust that I had the abilities to lead, and I showed it. You know, I proved it, not just through my words, but through my actions. And now she moved into the feminine side to the point where now it'd be things that I'll be like, yo, Dana, you really going to ask me for my decision on that? Just make the decision. But I understand now because she leaned so far into the feminine side to where it's like she's allowed me now to say, yo, look, you make all of the decisions there that are necessary because I feel like you can do exactly what's best for our family, which I love. Because that means that shows the level of trust that she has in me to be able to move into her feminine side. Yeah. And I had the ability to show those qualities. So it's two things to that, you know. I think there's going to be some women that were just confused because of how they grew up, like my mother, you know, and as men, we have to, you know, we got to reinforce that, you know.
You said something that kind of sparked something in my head. You said about women having to be aggressive because the man's not there.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's way deeper than you really think it is, because people have like a stigma of like black women, like maybe always being angry or mad, or, you know what I mean? Just like an image like through society, when at the end of the day, there was supposed to be a man there to take that aggression, to kind of, you know, do that discipline they had to do to the children. Because that's where it really starts. That starts in the household. And then even if it was that, even if she was like that, what stays in the house, I mean, what happens in the house stays in the house at the same time. So there wouldn't have been that stigma. But since the black man was removed through, you know, systemic oppression, I think
100. No, not even think, it's a guarantee.
Okay, yeah, you know what I mean.
But you're right. Women having to be aggressive to survive is part of the reason why they're leaning more into their masculine side. So back to the I remember memories with my mother.
Raised a lot of us.
Yes, and I remember memories with my mother to where we were living in the hood. And there were even scenarios where like men would like cut her off or something like that, or like say something disrespectful. And she had to get out of her car and say something. I'm a kid. I can't do nothing. Grown man. She had to get out of her car and protect herself. There was no grown man there. And she had to continue to do that, to stand her ground, because there wasn't a grown man that got out of the car and said, yo, who you talking to? Right? She had to be the one to take that on, you know, to protect us. So with that, she's naturally leaning into more of a masculine nature because she had to survive, right? So when you think about those things, I gotta have empathy for that and realize that, yo, our culture mentally is a bit behind because of the systemic, the oppressions, the oppressors, and the systematic oppression, different things that happen in our communities. And as men, again, like I said, we just now have to reinforce the fact that, yo, nah, look, you can trust me, and I'll show you that you can. I'll show you that you can lead in different things, and understand that women, there's certain women that come from these neighborhoods and the hoods that they're dealing with trauma. right? And again, I'm not going to let women off the hook either, because I think that if you're a woman that's dealing with trauma because you had to lean more into your masculine nature because of your circumstance, that it is entirely up to you to go get therapy. Right? Get therapy so that you can indeed get better and switch your mentality, because I also don't believe that a man is going to have to save you from all of the traumas that you were dealing with. Right? There's a balance that has to be in place. You got to come halfway and the man got to come halfway too. Absolutely. So that we can come to a common ground. So there's some work that women have to do as well who are dealing with that trauma. And as long as that work is being had, and as a man, we're showing our level of confidence and the qualities that we possess, we're good. But I seen it.
That's deeper than you think. Like I said, because that aggression raised us. You know what I mean? That's why we don't talk about our feelings.
And I appreciate and here's the thing, it's crazy, Van. I appreciate my mom for that. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the fact that she was able to put food on the table every night without complaint. I appreciate her for that she was able to protect us when we couldn't protect ourselves. Yeah. I appreciate that she was able to create solutions for the family and put us in better positions and into Catholic school and up thinking and doing all these things by herself. She was the CEO of her family when she was supposed to be a co-founder. So I appreciate her for that.
Yeah. Thank moms for keeping us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you to all mothers for doing that. Single mothers that shouldn't have had to do that. Mm-hmm. So with that though, now it's just, again, having conversations with my mother now and just letting her know, like, yo, you got a great man in your life. Relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to be on edge all the time no more. There's a lot of stigma and hate on angry Black women, right? But to be honest, you could have labeled my mother an angry Black woman. Mm-hmm. But here's the funny part. She had to be the angry and aggressive Black woman in order to be able to survive in the hood, raising 3 children by herself, me included. Sons. She had to be aggressive. She had to be aggressive to be able to protect us from men who were going to be trying to be aggressive towards her because they know it wasn't a man there. She had to come up with solutions to be able to make sure that she provided a better life for us. She had to be aggressive to put food onto the table. And she was the CEO of the family when she should have been a co-founder. So she had to be angry to survive. Now, again, that's not putting angry Black women off the hook, because here's the thing now. Once you do now come across a man who presents all of the capabilities of a co-founder, who now has the ability to lead, to be aggressive, to provide solutions, to have decisions, that mentality that you had, you can't bring that into the relationship now, because now you're combating with the dude who has all of these qualities. And
Okay. Now, with that being said, that brother was deep. I enjoyed listening to him and how he broke it down. And that was a man breaking it down, right? Of the angry Black woman stereotype. And I loved when he said that he's not letting the women off the hook, that, if there's a problem or some type of trauma there, you have to go get the help you need for you. I love that. Nene, did you agree with what he was saying? How you feel about that?
Well, for me, right, I come from a household of 8 with a mom who had to raise 8 children. But however, it's not even so much of I think the word, him keep saying like the angry Black woman. Let's take the angry out, because everybody not angry doing what they need to do. It's in our DNA as women to do what's necessary to do. You know what I'm saying? So all this being angry, everybody's not angry doing what they need to do to take care of their families, to take care of themselves. But that's just, that's like stereotyping women. You know what I'm saying? We always been strong women. We always been women out there to make it happen regardless of what the situation is. That's how God built us. And all this angry, no, he might have been exposed to those who was angry, but all women who was out there making it happen was not angry. They was not angry, especially if you have a strong family ties or strong spiritual roots and all that stuff. Families back then, they stuck together. They did what had to be done. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of time, all this angry, we angry. Now, we're not always angry. It's like every time women try to express themselves and what we're doing, somebody had to label us as something negative. It's almost like Black is dirty and white, the color white is clean. I mean, are we for real? Why are we still doing that? You know what
You
I'm saying?
right.
I'm not gonna keep letting them, put the stigma on us that we angry about doing what we have to do, you know what I'm saying, and in spite of. No, we doing what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, black men or white men, whatever, it's easy for them to get overwhelmed with with the issues, in the world, and they could easily just walk out the door because they don't want to be daddy no more. They don't want to be a husband no more. But that woman can't do that because she birthed these children into the world. She just can't up and leave because she upset about what's going on. Nah, she got to take care of them babies. You know what I'm saying? We ain't walking around here talking about the angry black man. So I'm not going to allow this
Or
brother
the
and no
angry
other
white
brother.
woman. We don't
Or
say
the
the
angry
angry
white
white
woman.
woman.
You know
We
what I'm
only
saying?
put it on black woman, right?
And the black woman. Every time the black woman have to stand up for herself, oh, she's angry. No, we're not angry. It's in our DNA to be strong women. That's why God made it for the woman to be able to give birth to children, because he knew we were strong women. He ain't make that man carry a baby for 9 months. He had the woman carry the baby for 9 months. It takes a lot to carry a child for 9 months and push them out of that little hole. What? Come on now.
People don't understand. Just like if somebody calling me now, they would know that I do my show every day from 10:30, 11:30. So why would you call it this time? A person that claimed to know me, they gonna get it. Because then now that makes me an angry what? An angry woman, because you shouldn't be calling me when the show's on. You supposed to be watching my show. Terry Boone, I'm putting him on blast because he called while we're doing the show.
And he probably didn't even think much about
He
it. He
probably
probably
ain't think.
don't even know it's what time it is. So so it is what it is. Some people you got to give them a pass. Just remind them, don't let it happen again. But yeah, sis, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep letting people put this stigma on us about we angry. We're not angry. Like we can't express ourselves. Like we can't do nothing. Oh, she angry. No, we're not angry. And I wish they stopped doing that. You know what I'm saying? To know a woman, to know how women think, and the position of a woman. Let me just say that the position of a woman, when a person know the real position of a woman, they would stop this angry stuff. Enough already.
That's true. We frustrated. I look at it. I'm frustrated because, but like he said, instead of us being CEO, we need to be, instead of us being co-founders, we're CEOs, because we're single and we're doing this stuff. We're showing strength, and a lot of people say because we're strong, and we stand up, that we're angry. Anytime a woman stand up for herself or for her loved ones, anytime she stands up, and it's always perceived as, oh, she's about to start something. Oh, she's about to start, being an angry. And then me being a big angry black woman. Look, I'm a big woman, and being black, they throw that angry on there. So I'm a triple threat. Oh, she's big, angry, and she's black. So, but they always throw that on us. But I'm loving, and I'm kind, and I'm nurturing. And then for my female counterpart, when I say female counterpart, other female in the world, she's not black, but then to say, oh, I understand the stereotype about the angry black woman. I was like, what? I'm just as much as angry as you are. I'm just as the same as you are. So why aren't they calling you the angry Latino woman, or the angry Asian woman, or the angry Italian woman, or the angry white woman? Why ain't nobody saying that? And I've seen more of them angry, more Karens out there angry than I've seen more black women out there. So what does that mean? Huh? It's just us.
Yeah. But we can't let them get away with even saying things like that. Soon as we hear that nonsense, because listen, they always trying to put something on black people, this and this and that. We have to stop allowing that type of language to be used, in identifying who we are. That's just how he said because of his mother, and maybe she was angry. Maybe he's talking like that because of his exposure to what he been exposed to. So yeah, you speak for your mom and maybe your aunties or something like that, but don't speak like the black woman as a whole, stereotyping us, putting us all in one box. Because trust me, a lot of women wasn't angry. They did what they built to do.
Right.
So we ain't gonna allow him to, tamper or damage who we are, the goddesses of the universe. No, brother, that's unacceptable.
Well, I think the guy in the video was speaking up for us. I don't look at it that he's speaking against or anything negative about, and I like how he was breaking it down. He was saying that we have to show strength, that the woman's strength is shown and it's misperceived as being anger. That's not anger, baby. That's strength. That's mother power. That's love power. That's family power. Because we go hard for the people we love. We go hard for our family and for our friends, and we don't let nobody like the mama bear syndrome. They always say I'm a mama bear because of my child. I'm a mama bear when it comes to anybody's child. I'm a mama bear when it comes to my friends and family. I don't want my loved ones being hurt. So we go into that defense mode. That don't mean that I'm angry. I get up and tell jokes for a living. So damn it, how angry can I be if I'm up here laughing and telling jokes?
Right. And that's true, boo. I mean, we can go deeper than that. A lot of people, especially in the spiritual realm, who praise Jesus, right? Well, who raised Jesus? Who was teaching Jesus? It was his mom. There the whole time, teaching him everything he knew. For him to be who they say he is. So it's always a woman who had to be strong, who always had to be a teacher, who was out there. They had when you look at some of these stories or read about some of the stories, when you look at our history, these women was warriors. You know what I'm saying? She had men with everybody under her command. I mean, she was it wasn't no man sometimes. If the king died or something happened to the king, she had to get out there and do what she had to do. She had a village. You know what I'm saying? Strong black women doing what they need to do. And even today, we still doing what has to be done. It's the woman who's out there making, not saying, look, I'm not leaving our brothers out because Lord, no, we need you guys. We love you guys. But we know, I don't care what's going down, the women is going to be there. One way or another. So,
And then with the LGBTQ community, let me address that. A lot of times men will say, because they've said it to me, because when you speak up, like I said, on my size, you a big L word, or you this or you that, or you don't like men. No, I love men, but because I stand my ground, that makes me a L word. That makes me that does not make me that, because I'm just as feminine as I want to be. But at the same time, I'm kind of rough because I had to get out there and take a rough road because I'm a single parent. So that means I had to get out there and learn how to change my own tire. I don't have no man around to change my tire. I don't have no man around to change my oil. Didn't have no man around to discipline my son. I had to do all of those Melrose because there was not a man in the household growing up. But that's because I had to do the Melrose and show my son a masculine side, that you need to be this XYZ does not mean that I'm an L word. This does not mean that that's what I am. And a lot of times they get mixed up as construed too. Because you take on, you wear many hats. I had to get out there and did a lot of jobs, different jobs. I'm a jack of all trade and a master of none. But it's better be a jack of all trade than what it says, a jack of all trade and a master of none. I can't think of the saying, but it's saying it's better to be out there to have that experience than have no experience at all. That's what it's breaking down to. and I had to get out there and do X, Y, Z. But that does not make me. I'm gonna say the L word. I love the people that's the L word. I don't discriminate. I had nothing against it, but I don't like being labeled that because I'm a big woman. I stand my ground and I give off that masculine energy. That's not masculine energy. That's mama bear energy. That's aggressive energy. That's energy where she got to protect her own energy.
Right.
And people get that mixed up. Like they might say, oh, Nene, she running her own house. She doing her own thing. She doing that. They might be like, oh, you out there portraying the fact that you don't need a man. You're not doing that you don't need a man. You were saying that you know how to get along with or without a man. Exactly. You're not saying that you don't need no man. Nobody's ever said that because I want a man. Right. I love a man, but I know how to function if I don't have one.
That's right. Exactly. That part.
And I saw on the news today, right? This girl, they publicized why did they put this in the news? She's 27 years old and she's having her own wedding or her own honeymoon. And she decided if she don't get married. We've been doing that forever. What the hell? You gonna put something like that on the news? She's just gonna travel the world. First of all,
anything to make the news. Listen, if they can find
you got this little rich girl. She was white. She's a white girl. She up there traveling the world. But it's like if you work and you got money, you must got money. We would love to do. How many times we would let girls trip? We do that alone all the time. Oh, she decided if she ain't going to get married, she gonna have her own honeymoon. That is something that needs to be publicized. No, it's right up there with them damn cherry blossoms. I've never seen the cherry blossom to hear a story about some girl with money traveling the world because she said she's single at 27. Really? Where they do that at?
Another distraction.
Crazy. And I'm telling my black sisters and my black little young ladies growing up, don't listen to that. That's some straight up hogwash. That's that social media mess. So, because first of all, you're going to have to get out there and work for a living. So you ain't going to have time to travel the world and do that what you want to. And second of all, we already know that you don't need a man. It's a black culture. It's totally different. It's totally different when you're growing up in a black household versus another household. Asian girls are reared differently. We all are reared differently when you're growing up, different cultures, different household.
Right.
But the fact that you got money, you want to travel the world, and that's great, boo. That's great.
Right. Whatever works for you. But they had to do something. Anything that take us off what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Because like Trump is about to be arrested next week. You know what I'm saying?
No, they said tomorrow he's gonna be arrested, and he's telling the people to stand up. The fight against them is supposed to happen tomorrow.
Okay, that again. Look,
again, another rising. And this is right before it's time to go do the elections, because in November I think they start the election campaign thing, right? And another thing, and you know what? I'm gonna say this. I might get hurt for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. The pandemic. I always call it the pandemic. You know what ended the pandemic, though? What they say is ended. It ain't ended. I was talking about this over the weekend. The pandemic ain't end. It's the war in Ukraine took over precedence of the pandemic because people are still getting sick. People are still dying. Our black babies are dying 3 times the rate as white babies. Why is that? People are still, the ERs, the hospitals still overcrowded. The staff, short of staff, the hospital. Everything is still the same. We are not out of the woods with that virus and stuff, But here's the thing. Because of the war in Ukraine, it made people forget about the pandemic.
Right.
No, it's just another distraction. And that war in Ukraine ain't doing nothing but taking implants and putting them over here to fortify. You know what they get ready to fortify.
Right.
You know, they strengthening.
Let me tell you something. That's why let me tell you something. Not say things are a distraction. Like, why are you not talking about people losing their money in these banks? How all some of these banks, popular banks, are shutting down with your money in it? And people can't get their money. But see, they ain't talking about that on the news. You got your money in the bank. You got bills to pay. You trusting them with your money. And now people going, and the banks are shutting down. What's going on? Why the banks are shutting down with your money locked into their banking system? Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But we so easy to get distracted about this nonsense about some woman who want to marry herself. Who give a damn? Where's my money at?
Yeah, where my money at? And the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
The cherry blossom are blossoming while the banks are closing down, honey.
Yeah, the bank's shutting down. My money in the bank. Now how am I supposed to get my money?
But look, they say that the investors not getting their money at all, but the people who put in dividends will get their money, but it's only go up to $250,000. So it's capped.
Yeah, that part. So if I got more than what I put in there, and that's all I'm gonna get back, we got a problem. So that's what I'm saying. That's a prime example of what I'm saying, sis. It's easy to get caught up in all this nonsense, but if things they need to be speaking on, that the people know what's happening, they keep putting all this madness up. No, we're not interested in that. Where's my money?
And then when you speak about it, say, where's my money? You know what you are, Nene? You're an angry black woman.
Angry black woman. Amen.
You're an angry black woman. Oh, she looking for her money. She an angry black woman. Oh, she down there at social service to find out why they cut her stamps, because then she can't feed her family like she was.
Come on now.
Okay. Oh, she an angry black woman. She's down there trying to get aid to get health care so her children and stuff, everybody can get some medical service and treatment, but she an angry black woman. She's trying to figure out how come her student loans ain't forgiven. They forgave everybody else, but why she still got to pay her student loans?
Okay, now.
And a job that she can't even use her degree in because she's an angry black woman.
Oh, girl, come on now. Oh, you better preach the word. You better preach the word today, sis.
No. Don't let the world do that to you. Don't let them stigmatize you, stereotype you, strap you, shackle you. Don't let them do none of them S words. Don't let them do it. We always got to rise above the drama. We always got to rise to be the bigger person. Why? Because for real, we the bigger nation.
Come on now.
We need to take back and get back into the head on top where we're supposed to be.
That's right.
Okay, and then we'll see who be the angry what woman or who be the angry what man. We'll see then. I'm just tired. I'm trying to breathe. I'm just tired that you got your knee on my neck.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Another S word. Survive.
Come on now.
That's what we're trying to do.
But y'all ain't ready for this morning. Give it to us.
We angry.
We angry. But then we angry, we're gonna stay angry. Then where's my money?
Money madness. Where's the money? Where's the food? Where's the education? Where's my 40 acres and a mule that you promised me? What is our American dream? Our American dream is American nightmare.
Amen.
Social media influencers that's marrying themselves and going on vacations. Where you get their money from? Where you get all that money from?
Come on now.
Our country giving other countries $5.5 billion submarines. Where you get $1 billion submarines? Where you get that from?
Come on now. That's why the bank's closed, because they're taking your money. So I'm going to tell you all right now, don't keep us so much money in your account, because it could be you.
Yeah, you know, what can he say? Silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Don't keep no more than $1,000 in your account. I'm telling you.
And what does Michelle say? Michelle said the value of the dollar is becoming obsolete. What dollar? What the and look, angry black woman had to step in the fact. A man accosted me and my son this weekend at the damn Walmart. We think we out in all the way in where's that? All the way, where's that? What's that? Waldorf, Maryland.
Yeah.
We all the way down there, right?
Uh-huh.
Trying to get away from the interstate because it's a little rough sometimes. The Walmart in Clinton is a little rougher than the one in Waldorf. So we go to the one a little further out. We get accosted, right? By a dude asking for some spare change. We ain't got no change. See, we don't carry a lot of paper money on us because people be getting jacked and robbed. And we don't have a lot of paper money. Everything is on the card, you know, whether it's your debit card, credit card, EBT card, you know, that's the world we living in. So dude going to approach my son about some money. My child said, I ain't got no money. You know, sorry. The man got mad and said, you driving in that truck and you ain't got no money? I was like, what? I'm talking on the phone to my Aunt Pam, and she was like, what's going on? What's the commotion? I said, wait a minute. Hold up. And I told my son, I said, what that N-word say to you? That's what Mama Bear went in full effect. Man, y'all just don't know. It was tea time on the golf course, and my cane was going to be a 9-power driver, and his head was getting ready to be that golf ball. I was ready to light him up. And my son had to say, Mom, I got this. Calm down. Don't you get out the car. Get back. Because you know when your door open, ding, ding, ding. You're like, Mom, calm down. I got this. And my son stood up and stood his ground, you know, like the man told dude, get the F on. Like, you know, man, beat it. Now, I'm so used to being a mama bear. This is an angry black woman scenario. I'm so used to being the mama bear, the single mother, that my son had to tell me, Mom, you can back down because I'm a man and I'm a man up. Don't worry about your safety. I got you. Get your butt back in the car. And here I am rushing to protect him, thinking that he's still a child. But that's that mama bear. You always in that mama. So those that protect the ones you love. And that's me. Whether I'm with my sister, my mother, my brother, my child, it could be me and Nene out. Somebody say something wrong to Nene, be like, wait a minute, sucker. We about to jump you.
Right.
You know, because that's my sister. We always stand up. But my son had to put me in my place to say, stand down, lady. Stand down, woman. Because a man is here. And he took that slate where I could relax and sit back and let my son be a man. And I loved him for that. I mean, because you know, some guys will let the woman fight the battle.
Right.
My child told me, Mom, calm down. Come on, you know. And I said, Tyree, I was looking for him in the parking lot. I said, if you see him, I said, drive by him. I was ready to hang out the window and show them what a real drive-by was. Because I was going to take my cane and wrap that turkey in the top of his head so quick. You know, so you know, but my son stood his ground. The man went on off. Then the man started accosting this little poor white man trying to get out of his truck. I told that dude, I said, stay in the car. It ain't worth it, sir. Because the guy was obviously on something. Because he told the man, come on. I knock you out. I knock your ass out. And I was like, this little old man trying to do his shopping at Walmart. Can't even get out his handicapped parking space. Little white dude, without being accosted and attacked by somebody begging for money. This is just the beginning. Times are so tough. They gonna rob and beat you up because you ain't got no money.
Right.
Because you ain't got no money to get them. They gonna rob and beat you up. Now, had he said, I need something out of the store, could you help me? Maybe I could have because I've done that before, took my card and purchased stuff for people that need stuff. But I don't have no money to give you.
Right.
I can give you something with the card, you know. But he didn't want that. He wanted money. Right. And the only thing I can think of when you go hard for your dollar like that, you on something.
Right.
So St. Charles County, Waldorf, Calvert, all of the places, it's not safe. Ain't none of the places. St. Mary's.
Nowhere is safe, honestly. Nowhere is safe.
Nowhere.
But again, you know what I'm saying? But just that stigma of somebody keep talking about some of the black angry black woman. They've been using that for a long time. Normally that was being used as an excuse why they was going towards our white sisters. You know what I'm saying? Or other, women from other races. They would use that. One reason why I don't mess with black women because they angry. They did say that. That was always the excuse of a lot of
they
men.
was trying to have sex with the other race. That's why.
Not just that, they felt like they was easier to me. They was easier to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? They was easier to play tricks with. Because see, the women, we already know. We already know the game. But with them, they so busy because they dealing for a black man. They not used to that. They want to do all they can to keep that black man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's strong below. You know what I'm saying? If he's strong below, he putting it down here. Man, they'll do anything for that.
Look, I know black women, if they strong below it, I mean, if look, the D, that is a dangerous thing. The D will hypnotize you. So if you got a strong D, no matter what color you is, if your D game is strong, if your defense game is strong, you got it. Whether you're black, white, Asian, if that D game is tight, a woman that's why there was pimps. That's why pimp was a pimp.
Man,
because the game was tight somewhere.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, with that being said, but however, it is what it is. We've been labeled a lot of time as this, as that, but it doesn't even matter what they saying because, those who are real with it, they know who we are. They know our origin. They know who the black woman is, and they going to respect the black woman always. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's them ignorant brothers who don't understand the black woman who want to label us like we mad, we angry, we just we are how God intended us to be. Period.
Now let's break down that we're angry. Let's change the narrative of the story. Let's make every letter in angry mean something. How do you spell angry? Angry? Is that angry, y'all?
Angry, as you have it up there, AEGRY. Angry.
Okay, so the A could be for angelic, ambitious, aggressive. Change the narrative. And the N could be for nurturing. Okay? The G is grateful, gracious, showing grace. Okay? ANGR. R needs to be for respectable, because we want respect.
Right.
We need that respect. ANGRE. E is for everyone, because we love everybody. Because we do. ANGERY. And Y stands for you. So we could be an angry black woman. We got to change our narrative. We got to change what that stands for. If they could take words, right, and change what it means in a dictionary, why can't we do the same thing for us? Why can't we take, anytime they change hot dogs into a glizzy, we could change that word angry to something else. We control the narrative. So we got to show the world something different. We got to show them how we want to be loved. We got to show them what our love language is. And it's not in the negative lights.
Honestly, sis, I'm going to just tell you this for real. I ain't even on that time to show anybody anything. For me, and I'm only speaking for me as a black woman. What I have time for is to live my best life, make each day count. There's no need for me to try to prove to anyone because it's just like they already think black people are lazy. You know what I'm saying? Look, for them looking in, they think we this, they think we that. So for us, for real, we ain't got to prove anything. All we have to do is live and enjoy the rest of our lives and do what we need to do for ourselves. We ain't got to show nobody nothing. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? We are going through some serious times right now, and we ain't got to prove nothing to no one. You live your best life, because I'm going to live my best life. Right. I don't have time for people who want to put a word on me as if that's who I am. You don't know me. And if anybody want to sit here and continue to stereotype You, me, us, whatever, that's on them. But I'm telling you, life is too short. And we need to make each day, each second, each minute count on what we want to do and how we want to live the rest of our lives. So with that being said, it don't matter if anybody is angry or say, oh, they think we this or they think we that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Live your best life. I tell people every day, all day. Because if we worrying about what they saying or this person saying, man, we be jacked up.
We all jacked up, but this is for the youth, for the generation. I mean, because we're older, we mature, we got that wisdom, but we got to pass it on to these younger generations to come. These little girls got to know that the 2, the 3-year-old, I got a 2-year-old niece. She got to know. Her mother got to teach her. Her mother might not know. Her mother's mother might not know. So that's where the village come in at. And we got to teach her. Now, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to do what I need to do. But I'm going to also reach back and try to pull my little great. Oh, I'm a great. Oh, a grandniece. That's my grandniece. Wow.
Me too. But you can only give them so much. You know what I'm saying? You give them what's necessary. But at the end of the day, unless you're there every day in the process of raising the children, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be taught how they taught. And the minute you overstep your boundaries by saying anything other, you know what I'm saying? You label back as the angry black woman. You know what I'm saying? Every time you try to speak truth to them and say, you know, whatever it may be, you always going to be looked at that way because nobody wants you telling their children nothing. Don't matter if they're a great aunt, a great niece, great anything. You know what I'm saying? I have a big, I really do. I be like nephews, woo, 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 or niece, woo, woo, woo. They go in one ear or the other because at the end of the day, they going to do what they want to do because we are living in a different time today. So what works for us back then when we was coming up ain't working for this youth today. So we got to come up with a different approach.
Right.
We have to come up a whole different line. What our mothers taught us and how we were a village or how you was able to, you know, do certain things. Now today is a different day. We need another language altogether. You hear the music. You hear the music. I be listening to the music. I'm like, what in the world is that? And how is that allowed to be played? And this is what our children is listening to, and they listening to it with their parents. You tell your niece, baby, you shouldn't let your child listen to that. Well, shit, they in the car listening to it every day. The child know all the words, but don't know their ABCs.
That's right. That's right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And you started telling your niece that you love, boo, you know I love, but you shouldn't let your child watch that. Well, that's our favorite song because now the parents are growing up with their children, being friends with the children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking with the children, drinking with the children. No, it's a different time, sis. So I'm telling you, so your language got to come off different. Your love had to be different. You know what I'm saying? It's firm. You want to show them. But if I reach back out and say, my mama used to, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. So I'm telling you, we have to do things differently because we live in a different time right now. And no, we never going to be angry about it. You know what I'm saying? But we see what's happening. And it's happening on purpose. It was intentional for things to happen. That's why the violence is so high right now. That's why the music the way it is. That's why the churches are so corrupt. That's why the government always been corrupt. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so we could say what we want to say, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do.
As long as it is. Let me see. What's Michelle saying? She said, nope, we can't blame that on music today. She said, Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith.
Oh, yes, we can blame it on music today. Yes, we can. It always been in the music. When you listen to the music, the frequency in the lyrics in the music go alter who you are. They put certain spells in the music. You have to understand this game about the music. Some of the music and some of the words, and you listen to it, it's putting out spells. That's why when you go to some of these concerts and these kids kirk out and they start doing what they doing, it's because of the spells in the music. They use it all.
Well, what she's saying, what Michelle is saying, let me read the whole thing so the people that's listening can see it. Hold up. Molly, okay, it says, nope, we can't blame that on the music today. LOL. Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith, Lucille Bogan are really to blame for the real as far as music goes on, as well as many others. No, they not. They've been always talking discuss back then, but they was talking, might have been talking mess back then, but you still had the structure. The blame is the parents, the guidance of it, because certain songs children was not allowed to listen to. If my grandparents was playing songs with lewd, lascivious languages, you know what they would say? Y'all kids go outside and play. Adults are in here. They would separate it, and it was guidance that this is not music for children. So the children couldn't listen to it unless they snuck and listened to it. Nowadays, with Nene saying they got it playing on the radio, that there's no parental discretion is gone. This is what Nene saying, that they in the car with their mother and father saying, F the police, I'ma shoot you, be this, be that, right along with the child.
That's right.
They're not saying, don't sing this, don't say that. Your child in the back seat saying, I'm a bad bitch. Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. And you're not saying nothing. That's what Nene's talking about, the far as the music and stuff. So Ma Rainey and Lucille Bogan, yes, that's X-rated music. They always had it. Just like they always had porn movies.
That's right.
It's where it is placed now. It's out in the open now. You know, sexuality is all over the place. Violence is all over the place.
Right.
It's not contained anymore. Lines are being bled all over the place. That's what she's saying, Michelle.
And it's just like when you used to go to the movies or anything. You remember they used to put the label, you know, like PG, or it tells you if this movie is appropriate for children or not. You used to have labels to say what's appropriate and what's not, so you can make a better decision what's good for your child. And it's the same thing even with the music. Before, when we was buying albums, remember the day we used to buy albums, it'd be right there on top of the corner. It tell you, you know, this is not for kids, or this is, you know, it's just describe and say what it is. Today, they don't have nothing like that to tell you what it is. They just playing it.
Right. This has been... We have at the end of our hour. I see Molly said, good show, ladies. Molly, come on in here. Nene, that means we're at the end of our show time.
Oh, man.
We gotta come back. This was good.
Oh, we were just getting warmed up.
We're going to just get warmed up.
Yeah. Reese already overrode over minutes for this month.
Yeah, so.
Can you come back again this week?
Y'all need to get Michelle on here, man, because she's saying y'all
we got to bring Michelle on.
Understand her comments, so I think it'd be best if she come on and say it instead of commenting.
Yeah, Michelle, look, Michelle been invited 2 years ago, Molly. She still ain't play more here. And for those of you who don't know, Michelle is our songbird. You know, we got some of everybody's in the plug. Michelle was invited 2 years ago, Molly.
But she's going to do it for 2023. And also, let me just put this in real quick. Today is the first day of spring, so it said that when it's first day of spring, it's really the new year. This is actually the new year. Yep. So that's why.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah, the first day of spring is really the new year.
I thought she was sipping on the yak. I said, I don't know what Nene drinking in their coffee this morning.
It's too early, but thank you for the invite. I love it. Let's definitely do a part 2, you know, and
bring Michelle on here because she's taking up for the young ones.
The next generation. That's right.
This was awesome. I love it. Nene brings so much passion and stuff. When she come on here, she be telling it the way she see it. You know, just like the Win Factor this Saturday, the book tour is this Saturday too, you guys. I'm gonna let you guys know everything about it because you can watch it virtually on YouTube. She said, from 6 to 8 for Key to Life Publishing is Meet the Authors. Right. That's gonna be the big event. So the great thing about it, you can listen to it on the internet radio because we're gonna be at some studio, and you can see it also on YouTube. So I'm excited about that. She told me to tell my friends and stuff. I got to get the right information so I can tell y'all tomorrow.
Right.
Days of Blue.
And Reese, you look real cute. I meant to tell you that when I came on. I like that new look. That's real cute on you. Keep that look as well.
Look, this is the look after the toothache is gone. I said, you can't tell my tooth is gone. I said, Molly, can you see my smile?
No, I already knew at the Friday show she was gonna come back popping. She ready.
Okay.
She ready.
Okay, yes,
Some people know what I'm talking about. Some people.
Wait a minute. What, Molly?
Somebody had you blushing Friday, so you prepared in case he watching. You was ready. You know. So,
oh, let that be the reason. Oh,
That's
Chuck.
Not the reason.
Okay.
Oh, Molly starting stuff.
Okay, she's smelling a little too hard for me, Molly. I think you're about right. I think you're right, Molly.
Monday Madness.
Morning Madness.
Kiani, Mr. Kiani Thomas is who. Well, look, we might be family. I got that last name Thomas on my father's side. So his name is Kiani Thomas. He's an entrepreneur. We're going to have him back on the show again. Mr. Kiani.
All right.
All right, good show, y'all. See y'all in the back room.
Thank you.
We'll be back on here tomorrow, 10:30 to 11:30, same time. Appreciate y'all. Remember to share, like, subscribe. You watching on YouTube. Love y'all.
Love you, man.